You want to learn how to apply heat to this heat-friendly style? Just keep watching. All right, welcome back to my series, You Asked For It, which of course, if you have been with me for a while, you know this series is strictly answering questions that you reach out to me and ask me, and I'm having so many questions about how to correctly apply heat to heat-friendly fibers. So today, that's what we're gonna do. Now y'all, this wig, this is my much loved and much worn belle tress Calabasas, and we are going to apply some heat to her. But first things first, I'm wearing my belle tress Page, I love this, in Auburn Spice Rooted. Now, like I said, we're gonna go through this step by step. I have done videos like this before, but I have so many new followers, and thank you for following along if you're brand new, that I really wanted to do an updated how I apply heat. Now this wig, like I said, is one of my favorites. You've seen me wear it in so many videos and I love it, but it really needs some heat. Let's talk for just quickly a moment about heat-friendly fibers. Now, in my opinion, straight styles, if you're new to heat-friendly fibers, straight styles are easier. Once you start getting into really wavy styles, now a style like this that just has a little bump under, super easy. Straight like this, super easy. But when you get a curly heat-friendly wig, it's a whole different ball game of how you apply heat to keep the curl, and we'll go over that as well at some point. But this one really needs it, so I thought this is a perfect opportunity for us to look at this one. A question I get very much is, how do you know when your heat-friendly wig needs heat? Well, you're gonna feel it. Now, like I said, if you're new, all heat-friendly fibers at some point are going to need heat. That is how they're made. That is what is intended to be, to keep them in the best shape possible. You will start feeling fraying on the ends of your wigs. They won't feel so smooth. They'll feel a little rough. That means it needs some heat. Now y'all, that is just going to happen. It rubs on our clothes. It rubs on your neck, daily wear and tear. They will start to feel frayed. Now this one, I let go longer than I normally would, and the reason being, I wanted to use this as an example. So I waited a little longer than I even normally would to apply heat to this wig. You can feel, and I'm gonna get up here and show you, you see how these ends look. They are starting to look a little frayed on the ends. I can run my fingers down this wig, and right here, I feel the fray. I know that needs heat. And you can do that, and once you start getting used to heat-friendly fibers, you're familiar with heat-friendly fibers, you can tell exactly where they need heat. I can feel it starting right there. And it is starting to fray, and it definitely needs a little TLC. Now I'm going to give you a little disclaimer here. This is how I do this. This is not to say this is how you do it or how you should do it. I am strictly showing you how I apply heat to these heat-friendly fibers. I want you to keep in mind that every manufacturer has a different recommendation for heat. Every one of them. Now, and what I may use is not what you may use. So let's just, like I said, keep that in mind. But if you need help with knowing what temperature to use, reach out to support@wigstudio1.com, and the ladies there will be happy to give you the manufacturer's recommendation for the heat temperature for their wigs. Okay, what do you need to get started? Well, as you can tell, I have my wig on just a canvas blockhead. I use these little pins to secure it. Now, never put a pin in your lace front or your mono feature. It will ruin that wig. It will put a hole in it. I always secure mine at the ear tabs, one on each ear tab and one at the nape. You're gonna need a clip of some sort just to hold the hair up as you work with it. You'll need a comb. Always have a wide tooth comb, you know that. I use a little John Renault detangling spray, love it. Of course, a bottle of water, and I have a little Simply Styling silicone spray. Next, you're going to need to use the styling tool of your choice. Today, we are going to use this Hot Tools flat iron that I have. Now, I also, and have shown you many times, I have a little small one. If I was doing this just a quick touch up, I would use this one. And I do that quite often. I might have a wig and I just think, oh, just right here needs a little touch up. Then I will run in with this one. It's great. I can do this entire wig with this also. It's going to take a little longer. So I'm going to use this larger one today. And I have washed this wig. Now, do you have to wash your wig prior? No. Do I? Yes. And the reason I do is I don't want any kind of product, like maybe I have used some wig spray, or maybe I've used some wig wax, or whatever the case may be on this, and it usually has makeup on it because I wear makeup when I'm filming, probably some makeup on the lace. I want to start with a clean canvas. That's my preference. Many people do not do that. Again, you do what's right for you, but this is what I do. So after I've washed it and I've dried it, it is completely dry, I will use a little detangling spray and I will get this as smooth as I possibly can. I will use my wide tooth comb. Remember, on these heat-friendly fibers, when you are combing through these, use your wide tooth comb. I'll use a little detangling spray, and I have gotten this one as smooth as I can, but boy, can I feel that it needs some heat. Now, I'm going to be fast forwarding through this on and off during this video because this is time consuming. Y'all take your time. If I can tell you one thing, take your time applying heat to your wigs, unless it's just like I said, a quick touch up. But if you're doing your whole wig, take time. These wigs are expensive. You want to take care of them and you want them to last as long as you can. And like I said, so I'm going to fast forward on and off through this. So we're not here all day. I don't want to waste your time all day. You're going to get exactly what I'm doing. I'll probably be talking over it so you will know step by step. Now, I personally never go over 300 degrees on any heat-friendly style. Yes, some can take higher temperature than that. I personally do not. I am not taking any chance. I'm going to go as low as I can. And if I have to, I can bump the heat up a little bit, but I am never going to go over 300 degrees ever. So today we're probably going to go about 250 is where I'm going to start with this. Make sure whatever styling tool you're going to use has a temperature control setting. That is something that's a must. You want to know exactly what temperature you're putting on this wig. So make sure whatever styling tool you have the ability to set the heat. Okay, so I have quickly sprayed mine down with water, plain water, and I have sectioned it off. Now you see, I'm just going to start with a very small section around. Like I said, take your time. You're in no hurry. Make sure you use small sections. You want to make sure you get all the fibers, and it will make it have a beautiful outcome. Okay, so like I said, you can see it's wet. I'm going to start off with a little section here. I just pull a little section up, and I usually take my little comb and I just slide underneath the hot iron. You can see the flat iron, and I'm just smoothing this piece out, and y'all, this works perfectly. I can feel all of that is leaving the ends, and that is a perfectly smooth end here. And that is what you want to do all the way around this wig. Now, as you want to add a little water as you go along, you want to make sure these fibers are damp, and we're just going to continue along. But I can already see the difference in this one piece I've done and the one right next to it that is still very frayed. Okay, so we've made it around to this side. And by using this comb, I'm just smoothing the fibers ahead of it. So I'm just making sure these fibers are smooth as the hot iron goes through it. Super easy to do. Again, concentrating on the bottom. And wow, this is so nice already. Just so much smoother. It's amazing how just adding this heat will change the whole look of this wig, and this will extend the life of this wig for sure. Now these are all smooth, and we'll move on to the next section, and you'll just continue this all the way around. And y'all, by me, before getting started, I prepped this wig so well. I knew that, like I told you, all the fibers were already smooth. I had gotten all the tangles out, and so it makes the process go faster and much easier. Plus, it's already smooth. I don't want to do this over tangled hair. Try to get your wig as smooth as you possibly can before you get started. Okay, so I'm almost finished, so I'm just gonna fast forward through until I finish the entire thing. All right, so the final thing we're gonna do, it is dry, and look how much better this looks, y'all. It is 100 times better. It is smooth. We don't have all those frayed ends anymore. You know, it's worth it. Take the time on your wigs. Just take the time to do it. The last thing I do is take a little Simply Styling. I never spray this directly on my wigs. I'd rather put it in my hands, and then I can control it, and I'm just gonna run it through the ends of this. You don't need a lot, but I just wanna kind of seal these ends a little, as much as I can. And that just helps keep them smooth, maybe a little longer. You can see how I'm doing. Just run your fingers through it. I let it run through my hand there, and that will dry in just a second, and you're good to go. All right, I had to put it back on and show you the final product. Y'all, this is so worth it. I'm so glad we did this today. I hope you learned something from this. Let me know in the comments, do you want more videos like this? Do you like these instructional videos? I really enjoy making them. But you can see all of that frizz is gone off the ends of this. Let me get up here close. And now we are left with another smooth, beautiful style, and hopefully it'll last me for a very long time. Thank you for joining me today. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget, leave me lots of comments. I want to know your thoughts about this process. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.